There is a house in New Orleans. There is a house in New Orleans.
Wait, what?
And there is a house in New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
There is a house in New Orleans. Welcome back to the Nolan and Max pod. I'm kind of thinking about like opening every episode with a sing-along.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just whatever song like pops into our heads.
There's a
And,
house
like,
in New Orleans.
Get like a more hype
intro
going.
That helps.
You know,
That
like
does.
welcome back. You know, just like really hit it.
That works. That works. Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh,
how are we doing?
Well, I know that we have something to read first, right?
Oh yeah, we can do the ad read now.
Let's do
This
it first.
is a sponsored episode.
Yeah.
I just sent you. It is a scripted ad.
Okay.
So it is like the two of us.
I didn't look at it. I just opened it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be kind of like a serious, almost like a medical kind of ad. So
got it.
I think you got the first line.
Yeah, all right.
So this is like a cool acting challenge for us too, to like stretch our chops a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Wow, Max, what is that?
What is what?
That thing in your hand, what is it?
Oh, this?
Yes, that.
This thing that I'm holding?
Yes, that.
Okay, I wasn't sure what you were referring to before.
Yeah, the thing in your hand is what I was referring to.
Okay, cool. I completely understand now that you were referring to what was in my hand.
Yes, agreed. I'm glad we are on the same page now in terms of what I was referring to before.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So what is it?
What is what?
The thing in your hand.
Oh, this?
Yes.
This is my favorite drinking style beverage. It quenches my thirst, looks cool to do, and increases my social status.
Wow, that's awesome and completely natural sounding dialogue. This whole exchange has made me interested in this product. I want to know more and will probably purchase this product and think about it and turn to camera and smile.
Yes, exactly. It has that fresh fruit, savory flavor anyone could be craving. And the best part is it has a fresh, fruity, savory flavor.
That's sick. Where can I purchase this beverage?
That's the easy part. You just go to jizzdomain.com to find this beverage and other similar products, and you can use our special code to get 1.6433% off.
What's the code, you fuck?
What code?
Time to change your life and try something new. Drink this up, you stupid bitch. No, you boring, no good, no beverage having ass.
Yeah, so thanks for our sponsor.
Is it,
and if
is
anybody
it sponsored by... No,
I wish.
all right.
If they are interested, they can sponsor us. I mean, that was a good ad, I felt.
Yeah, that was good.
That's convincing. And, you know, my problem with ads, like, you know, for the people, I work at a radio station, and I hear commercials all the time. People need to get crazy with the commercials. When it's, and like, there's a weird amount of commercials that are just talking.
Right.
And when it's just talking, it just totally washes over, and I don't remember a single fucking thing you said. If it's like you're talking over like some boring music, that's a little better.
Right.
But I feel like, dude, do something that's going to get my fucking attention.
I feel like, I don't know, there were a few ads in the Super Bowl that kind of proved to me. Have you ever seen ads where they're talking about something entirely different?
Yeah, and like there's a Doritos bag right there.
What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I feel like, you know, Super Bowl commercials also like have totally fallen off.
Right.
Like 20 years ago they were banging, and now it's like I remember going to school the next day and being like, "Oh, did you guys see the Super Bowl commercials?" And like there were like funny, good campaigns going on. And now it's a little too passe. And this is what I mean is like, I feel like I need, do you remember those commercials? It was for like Burger King or Jack in the Box or somebody, but they would get like a model and she'd be like in like a super small bikini, and they'd like dump like cheese on her or like soda or whatever.
I do know what you're talking
like stuff
about.
like that.
Yeah.
We kind of need to get back to that.
I agree.
I want it to be like, oh, did you never watch Whitest Kids?
No.
But they had a sketch that was Get Mustarded.
Oh, okay.
And it was kind of like a prank show setup where they were in this small town, and they would, you've just been yellow mustarded. And they would run around town with a bucket of yellow mustard and dump it on people's heads.
Right.
Anywhere. And like the townspeople were like, I'm just like, I live in fear all the time because at any point, like they've already yellow mustard all of us.
Oh, yeah.
But they've been renewed for 20 seasons. They won't leave our town. We can't get rid of them. You just get yellow mustarded no matter what.
That's great.
And
you're talking about more comedic stuff because the ones that kind of stick out to me are the ones like the Little Baby's Ice Cream. You ever seen that one before?
I don't think so.
They just covered the guy. It's not like actual ice cream, but it kind of looks like it. And just like marshmallow, to make it look like the ice cream, marshmallow goo. And he's just like, just takes a spoon, just staring at the camera.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's like, damn, all right.
Let's get weird, you know? Like, especially like when it's a brand like Doritos or Coke or like McDonald's.
Right.
I know you exist. And I'm so tired of like, and ad block for the win. I very rarely get ads, but when I do, it's like McDonald's has the new chicken dippers for $2.99. It's delicious. It's like you're not making me feel anything.
No.
Like this is so basic.
I know.
Give me something weird. It's something to talk about, something that's memorable. And that's like the issue with like the radio commercials too, is like you go from like a talk show or like a sports game into a commercial that's just talking. Bro, you need to add some like fart sound effects and like laser beams and get my attention. Stop being a pussy.
I know.
You know, and like when it's like, oh, us here at Westchester Bank, you know, we're here to help you save. And it's like boring.
I know.
Like make it sound like a bank robbery or something.
The old Xbox, PlayStation commercials were all free.
Yeah.
But they stood out to people.
Yeah.
They're memorable. There was this one like with this girl who had a giant ass forehead and she was talking about mental wealth the entire time.
Mental
and she was
wealth?
like Scottish. Yeah.
Mental wealth?
Yeah, mental wealth.
Not mental health?
Not mental health.
Okay,
and
I thought
then,
you misspoke.
I don't
What's
know.
mental wealth?
I don't know. She was just rambling, and that was the commercial.
Yeah, I'm into
like,
that.
whoa, okay.
You know what I mean? And like, if we had the budget to do a commercial for our podcast, like, it would have to be something bizarre and absurd and like whatever. I
know.
So yeah, I don't know how we got on that tip.
Who knows?
Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Are in order though. Publicly, I think we should announce that. Carrie Cemetery has been greenlit.
I know, I'm excited.
Shout out Skyline Cinematics, shout out Nolan, Madeline, and everybody that contributed. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, shout out to my friends who contributed as well. Ethan, Evelyn, Ashton, all of you guys, thank you. Anonymous.
Everybody that didn't go fuck yourself.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Not even
what are you doing?
Not even $1.
I know. What are you doing?
Not even I mean, I didn't contribute, but you know.
Yeah. By the time this episode comes out, I'm assuming it's still going to be sitting at 2,600, but we're almost at 3,000, and that's our goal.
Yeah.
So let's get there.
Yeah.
Get there.
You know, so
post a little link.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
And yeah, every contribution helps and is appreciated. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
I'm excited. We're gonna get weird with it.
Yep. Filming in April. So.
Yeah, filming in April. Hopefully out by the end of April.
Can't believe we've come this far. This is crazy. I'm glad that I found Skyline because
resurrected.
Yeah, I've had this idea again like for a long time, and it's been shot down the first time, messed up the second time with crew dropping out, and finally I'm hoping three's a charm.
It's got to be. I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
And you know what was so funny is they posted like meet the director video with you, and you like did the whole movie. You explained the entire crux of the movie, and I was like, bro, you just said it. And then you say though, like you're like, I know I just said the entire plot, but there's a lot more to it. But I was like,
it's deeper.
Yeah, you got to leave a little mystery.
I know.
You know.
I know.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And like, I told Noah, the guy who runs Skyline, the actual like crowdfunding page where it like describes what they're doing, why they're raising money. Yeah. Usually those are so terrible and so cringe, but like, and I'm not even just saying this, but like, it was actually really well written.
Oh yeah,
I was actually like, I told Noah, I was like, did you write that? And he was like, yeah. And I was, it was actually like really good.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
usually
I wrote
those things
some
suck.
of it. I wrote the mission statement. I wrote he came up with the incentives. I came up with the story and the mission statement. Though,
Okay,
the whole thing.
He took full credit for the whole thing,
dude. I mean, there was a lot written, so I mean, a lot of it was him.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah,
well, good job to both of you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't read any of it and was like, nah, like you're just some fucking lame-o that wants to make your little movie. Like it was legit, you know. It was Spielberg-esque.
Glad you think so.
So yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of like just shows and movies, Yellow Jacket.
Oh yeah, you finally got on
I'm
it.
almost done with season 1.
Yeah.
And it's dark. I mean, already. They haven't even gotten to the cannibalism stuff yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much for the audience, but
you're in season 1.
Yeah.
You know, I finished season 3 like a week ago, waiting for they just started filming season 4.
Right. Oh yeah.
And
that's crazy.
I'm like, I don't have high hopes that it'll come out this year. That's a quick turnaround.
Just started filming it?
Yeah, like
I thought
maybe
it was
2 weeks ago.
They were just now releasing it soon. That sucks.
that's the rumor. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
oh well. Yeah, but I think it's okay. One gripe I have with it is I'm like, man, they showed like Ocean City, New Jersey. Fine, it takes place in fucking New Jersey, like a lot of shows and movies.
What?
But it's fine.
I can't think of another thing that is in New Jersey.
Well, okay, maybe not New Jersey, but around there, that area. Yeah. Like,
but
it's either Florida, New York, or California. It's like the three.
I've seen a thing that was filmed in Seattle. I think it was the Death Note live action one that was terrible. With the guy from the Naked Brothers band.
Right.
I see a lot of stuff filmed in Canada, like Toronto.
It's cool that the forest part is in Canada. Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah,
and I thought it was an island. I don't know why, but I'm glad they did bring it up that it wasn't an island. Like the forest, and I thought that was cool too.
I'm curious. You know, because we talked yesterday, and I think you were on like episode 4 or something, like halfway through that. So now that you're almost done with season 1,
I'm on 8,
how realistic do you feel like all the wood stuff is?
Oh, pretty. The build is pretty convincing. I think, obviously, like I'm suspending my disbelief with the whole cult stuff. What I'm hoping is that. I don't know. Part of me is hoping, in terms of a realism standpoint, that the cult stuff just kind of messes them up mentally and not like spiritually or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But from a just like I kind of feel bad for these girls. I'm kind of just hoping they like get cursed or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like the cult stuff like. Is very realistic, and like as I've sat with the show longer and longer, I'm like, you would kind of lose your mind out there after a point. Like, granted, it's in the 90s, so it's not like they're like,
is it the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the 80s. Okay, my bad.
They're not like, I miss my smartphone, and like, I don't get to be on TikTok or whatever. But like, still, like you're alienated from your family and the rest of your friends, and you don't get to take a shower. You don't get to wipe your ass. You don't get to do nothing. Like, you're just hard living, man.
No,
like, that would kind of fuck you up at some point.
Yeah, for sure. But wait, I just can't get over the fact that it's in the 90s. They look so old as adults.
Yeah, well, that's bad casting.
Yeah,
This is what we talked about, where I feel like
my parents are in there, like, were born in, like, the late 60s.
Yeah.
And they don't look that old.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like,
well, I mean, no offense to the actors.
No,
in the older thing. But again, this is what I was saying, where, like, why couldn't we just take the actresses who were teenagers and just old age makeup them a little bit? Like, what's wrong with that? We're already suspending our disbelief.
I know.
Just, you know what I mean? Because especially when you first start watching, it took me so long to like, you're her and you're her. Yeah. And it's also a little like stupid to me that it's like, like Misty has her iconic curly like hairstyle and the glasses and like you look the exact same 30 years ago or 30 years later. Yeah. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
I think and I bring this up a lot and I feel bad, but Back to the Future does it great.
Yeah.
They have 20-some-year-olds playing like 40-some-year-olds.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, old Marty McFly is like perfect.
Yeah.
That's how you should do
exactly.
it.
And even
know?
the parents.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover and Leah Thompson, I believe.
Yeah.
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 They're
Perfect.
in their late 20s.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And like, all those girls, like, they're all great actresses. There's no reason you couldn't just slap some wrinkles and a little gray hair on them and like,
that's true.
let it work. Because like, I read a thing with the creators where when they were talking about casting, they focused more on like vibe and mannerisms more than physical appearance, which I actually appreciate because I think like if like the Shauna actors, if they like acted totally different, it would take away from it. But I'm also like, you got great actors in the teenagers, just use them.
I know,
but I also, and we were talking about this too, like I do kind of feel like you don't need the future stuff.
I'm not a fan of the adult actor for my goodness,
I think it was Shauna. We were talking about.
Well,
or
Shauna
Misty.
Definitely not. Misty's the most convincing in my opinion.
I agree. Nat.
Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah.
I don't like her. I mean, I think she's a good actress. Like, if she were to be in something else, but not this. I don't. Not convincing.
That's the one. Like big casting hang up I had was like the adult actress for Natalie. I just felt like did not capture the vibe at all, and like also physically it's so different that it's like it doesn't track to me. I don't see the same person, whereas like Shauna is very believable.
She does.
I think Misty is really good casting. But Natalie, they just totally missed the mark on that.
But overall, the adult stuff, I'm just not invested.
And like
Shauna's I still don't like her. I still don't like her.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I think like never, because I feel like
she has a really interesting journey where I still don't like her, but I'm more interested.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. She becomes compelling.
Oh, good. Okay.
As the show goes on, but I kind of like wish that it was like just the wilderness.
Yeah.
And like, granted, the show would be half as long, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, like, if you just took the adult stuff, and that was its own show, it would be a terrible show. But because it's got the wood stuff attached to it, it's great. And I said, like, it takes it from a 10 out of 10 for me to a 9 out of 10.
Right.
Because the adult stuff does get better, but at a certain point, it almost feels a little cartoonish, where I feel like the wood stuff is, like, very real and very legit.
Right.
And, it had me thinking, too, like, I wanted to posit this to you, like, how do you think you'd fare in that situation? Let's not even say like you're trapped with a bunch of people, but like maybe if it was like just you,
it was just me.
Get trapped out in the woods.
I mean, I probably starved to death. I don't have survival skills like that. No, I would try. I mean, the best I could, but I feel like I don't even know if I'd even have the intelligence to even know what the hell a transmitter is, to be able to destroy the transmitter. Like, what's that red blinking thing that says recorder? What? I don't know.
Dude, it's so funny how I totally forgot about that. How she breaks the transmitter.
Like, what the fuck? How does she know what that is?
I think it says on the box.
It says like something recorder though. Like, I
something.
guess you can
it's
infer
the black
that.
box kind of deal,
It wasn't that clear to me. I had to look that one up. I don't know.
That was a crazy.
But if it wasn't like a plane, if it was just, I don't know, something else. But I don't know. I'd probably just starve.
I mean, I'm not a big hunter. Don't know shit about mushrooms and berries and all that. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, like, that wouldn't be my first go around. And like, could I kill a squirrel and then skin it and then eat it?
The only reason they know to do that is because of the coach. He teaches them all that, I think.
I think some of them just kind of have that experience a little bit.
People back then were a little bit more book smart, weren't they?
Because you had nothing else to do,
right?
But then, like, I also think like there are families who, like, especially I think more Midwest East, that like they hunt more and they do a little bit more wilderness stuff. Because like out here, what the fuck are you gonna do?
That's true. I guess Natalie did some hunting.
A
little.
It's like I'll go get a rattlesnake,
right,
and eat it.
I'm so invested in Natalie, like.
Oh, dude, she's got a great.
Yeah, the kid. And then I don't know. I still like Jackie. I really do. I like how she haunts the narrative.
Yeah.
But not just that. I just right now at least I think she's the most sane. I really do.
You know, and it's so funny because like I feel like that role gets passed around. But that's part of what I like about it. It almost reminds me of Lost a little bit.
Okay.
Where like you're stranded, you got a group, you got to work together. Some people are kind of losing it, some people aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jackie was interesting. I didn't, here's my thing with like the cult thing though, is I do feel like at a certain point I would be like, yeah, let's be a fucking Woods cult.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Right.
Like, why not? But I also, it's also kind of crazy because there's a point, I think it's around like season 3 where maybe they've been there for like a year.
Oh,
and I'm like, y'all aren't ever going to hike?
I know.
Like, you're not going to try to like...
I know.
You wait for winter to be over.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the snow clears up, I'm heading south.
Season 2 like during the winter time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because you're probably still in like the summer, right?
Yeah.
Like the fall a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. In the winter, that gets pretty hardcore.
Ugh.
But like, yeah, like if I survived through the winter, as soon as that was over, I'd be like, all right, man. But here's the other hand of it though, is that part of me is like, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like if you could survive, if you could figure it out and really like develop wilderness skills and like actually be comfortable, what a dope life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like no people, like you just got maybe you got this little tribe, but whatever. But you're just hanging out in the woods and you're just chilling and vibing and like, what do we got to do today? Hunt, make sure we got clean water, and hang out.
Right.
That's it. Do we got food? Great, awesome,
cool.
That's it.
No, that's true.
Now I'm chilling. I got no worries.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, I feel like it would be a blessing. Like I think I told you about Hatchet, but like Hatchet. I would love for that to happen to me. Like just being on a flight, it crashes, and I'm just alone in the woods.
Yeah, that'd be
even if I got God, if that was my time, that would be a good way to go out. Starving to death in the woods, worst ways to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
That's true. You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, they could have been trapped in the middle of an ocean. Like that's. I mean, you ever seen Unbroken?
No.
That's a good one. That's it's not the whole movie, but a lot of the movie does take place like when he's just kind of on the ocean trying to survive. It's like Life of Pi a little bit, that part.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's more realistic because there's no tiger. But
yeah,
he's like sunburning. He's on like a little tiny raft. He's trying to catch like birds if he can or fish if he can. And
I saw a thing about turtles. People eat turtles.
Yeah.
Out in like some islands, and then turtle blood.
Yeah.
Is like actually really congealed. It's almost like a jelly-ish substance. And I heard like if you're really stranded in the ocean, turtle blood will save your life.
Holy cow!
Because it's got so much water in it.
Oh,
so you can get like clean water from turtle blood.
Oh, interesting.
So just a little survival tip
Good
for
to
everybody.
know. Yeah,
I'm more equipped to survive on the ocean than in the wilderness at this point.
Yeah, right.
Like that's the one ocean tip I have. I don't have anything for the woods.
Imagine being stuck in the middle of the ocean though.
Dream. There's a guy I watch. Shout out. I think it's Sailing Songbird. He used to be a teacher from Seattle, and he and I'm sure he's got some kind of hookup that made this possible, but got his own boat.
Yeah.
It's just like a small one-man vessel, and he just sails without like navigation and nothing, and he just kind of he visits all these places.
Wow. Just
one dude. Hangs out, checks out the community, and then he'll just be on the ocean. And he posts these videos where you just see nothing.
Wow.
On the horizon. There's no other boat. There's no island. There's nothing. It's just water as far as you can see.
Damn.
I'm like, that will fix me.
Right? I guess you're right. Yeah.
And he'll get on a paddleboard, which is scary as fuck, but he'll paddleboard away from his boat.
That's crazy.
And he'll be like, and my boat's all the way over there. And I'm like, okay. You're a brave motherfucker, because I wouldn't go more than 5 feet away from the boat.
No.
Especially with how scared I am of crabs. And,
oh, yeah.
Did you hear about that guy on I think it was Deadliest Catch. Somebody died during filming.
Seriously?
Yeah, rest in peace. But
yeah, that sucks.
yeah, they were talking. I mean, I know of it. I haven't like watched it a bunch.
It's the worst when that happens.
Yeah,
someone dies. Like obviously the Rust, that whole thing.
the Rust,
the set of Rust with Alec Baldwin.
Oh yeah,
that whole thing. And I mean, that was someone's fault. You know, I don't think it was Alec Baldwin's fault. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's old news. But
old news.
But I hate when that's. And I hate hearing about that stuff. You know. It's sad.
Well, like somebody pointed out, like they rarely wear helmets. On that show, and there's like heavy crab buckets flinging around and wires and stuff, and like I don't know exactly how he died, but it's hardcore out there.
I know you. Reels, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to actually talk about this one real quick.
Okay.
I wanted to show you this.
Not Shia?
I sent you this last night. Well, I had a restless night, but I sent you this. So this is so unrelated to anything, but this happened recently.
Okay.
I just want you to... There's this new burger that came out.
Okay.
Oh, there. It's called the Arch Burger, Big Arch.
Okay.
And
the McDonald's thing.
The CEO.
I haven't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I saw this, but let's watch it again.
Okay. So this is
Chris K here with.
Oh my God! Yes.
About it.
This shit is so funny.
The Big Arch. This is something
because
that
this
we
guy
have
takes
tested already
the smallest bite
Portugal,
I've
Germany,
ever
Canada.
seen.
I know.
I love this product.
Look at this guy.
So good.
He doesn't know what he's reading
right
a fucking
now,
script.
But I'm gonna eat this for my lunch, just so you know.
You're not going to eat it for your lunch.
He's not.
First, holy cow.
Yeah.
God, that is a big burger.
Dude.
We've got a very unique kind of
and I love McDonald's. I'm not a Mickey D's hater at all.
No.
But this is what I'm talking about. What kind of ad is this?
I know.
This is fake. This is not real. And this is like, of course you're going to like it. You're the McDonald's CEO.
First of all, let's try to get this thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to attack it.
I didn't know how to attack it. Like,
what? There's also some crispy onions on here as well.
He's not even gonna look at the bite.
He looks grossed out.
He does. Look, wait.
Here we go.
Wait. That's it.
Mostly bun.
Yeah, mostly bun.
So
yeah, maybe a piece of lettuce.
Big bite.
That's
a big bite. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, that shit is so funny, dude. That's fucking great,
dude. Like,
oh my God,
delicious product. You know, you've got
all right, going for a second bite.
No, he's not.
But those
he's looking at it with such disgust, and he's being like, "All right, you fat fucks.
I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go throw this in the garbage.
Try it when you can get it."
He's like, all right, is it over? Okay, cool.
Yeah, like instantly in the garbage. I know it's so out of touch. God. You know who I really respect is Wendy's.
Oh yeah, Wendy's.
Because I've heard press releases from them.
Yeah.
Shout out Munch Squad. And there was one time where they talked about redoing their fry process and like trying to make the fries better.
Oh, cool.
And they were like, we spent 18 countless like sleepless nights up trying to figure out what's the best potato, what's the best temperature, the best like fry duration, the best length. How do we keep them from staying warm and crispy on the drive home?
Holy
and I'm
cow.
like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's get real about the food.
That's really
like
cool.
if you work at Wendy's on that level, that's got to be your fucking life.
Yeah.
If you're a food scientist, you better be up at night trying to figure out the best fries.
Right.
You know,
like hopefully a little healthier. I don't know, maybe not, but
look, would I love it if everything was organic and healthy? Yeah, but we don't live in that kind of a world.
I know.
There's so much.
I know.
Plastic in everything. You know,
it's kind of sad.
So did you watch the Shia interview?
Oh, yes, I watched.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, I watched half of it. I didn't watch all of it, but it was enough.
Well, here's the thing: is like I feel like the back half is completely different from the front.
Oh,
half
is it? Okay.
Because he gets like so wasted.
Oh, does he?
He's like so obviously drunk.
Damn.
You know,
okay.
Like, and I'm sure he was drinking before.
Yeah.
But like, I went through such a roller coaster with that because, and look, just as a caveat, I know that Shia LaBeouf has done some reprehensible things. You know what I mean? The FKA Twig situation, we only know so much. We don't know exactly what went on behind closed doors.
Right.
And that's their business. And, you know, Shia has sort of admitted some things, and I don't agree with any of that stuff at all.
Takes responsibility for it. a lot of it.
But it's also like I just can't help but like Shia LaBeouf.
I like him, and that's when I watched Transformers. It was a Shia LaBeouf day.
Okay,
it was so funny because
my
roommate was like somehow was just talking about Transformers.
Yeah,
and then
in the air.
We started watching. I was like, wait, he's in this movie? Because it's been a long time since I've watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a Shia LaBeouf day. We're making this March 1st. Shia LaBeouf day.
National Shia Day.
Yeah, so I like him too.
Yeah, it's hard, and like it's hard because throughout that whole interview, it's like such a roller coaster, especially in the back half, because in the front half, he just has this attitude and this vibe and this approach to life.
Yeah,
where I'm like, this guy's got it figured out. He's ascended. Only somebody in his like actual personal situation, who's like had the fame, lost all of it, been like despised publicly.
Yeah,
only he can like reach this level, right?
Yeah.
Like
that's what I
felt
thought.
that, and then once the back half kind of started, and like he's like obviously getting really drunk and just kind of whatever, I'm like, all right, bro, I think. And like, I mean, he makes some great points. Like he talks about how he doesn't feel like his answers are in rehab. He doesn't feel like drinking is his problem. I respect that shit.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, denial can be a part of addiction. It's
of
okay.
Course.
But, and no judgment at all. Everybody's journey is different. But
yeah, his experience in jail and all that stuff was interesting.
And he just seems like I don't know. It's like I ping pong so much from like, oh my God, this guy's like a genius, ascended, like spiritualist guy who like has all the answers, and then I'm like, oh no, he's like totally out of his fucking mind.
Oh, I know.
And he's just lost it. And I don't blame him. Can you imagine being in his shoes and like all those shit he's had to deal with?
Well, he talked about how he in Mardi Gras, right? He was saying how he was interacting with, what was it, 20,000 people?
Yeah,
and out of those 20,000 people, he just had 3 bad interactions.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I mean, I was hearing something at where I work at Target and everything. Shoot, I just gave that away.
Get him. Go find
me. Out of the millions of Targets out there.
Target on 19th and McDowell.
Yeah.
I'm playing. I don't even know if those are cross streets. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was this one of my coworkers was talking about how he had a chance to kind of keep going with his acting career, but you don't get any privacy. And that's why he dropped it entirely, because that goes away.
Yeah,
that privacy,
I'm sure that was the only reason.
Probably, right?
Yeah, I just didn't want to be rich and famous.
I know, right? It's such a hard.
That's why I work at Target.
I know, right?
I didn't want the millions of dollars. I could have had it, but I just decided, nah.
Right.
I'm a humble man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, fuck that. I would gladly, and like I'm such a solitary person, but like I would trade it all in an instant.
Right.
To just have millions of dollars. Because like the other thing too is like, if you live in like LA, of course people are gonna like be taking pictures of you and paparazzi's gonna follow you. You have to go where they're not. You know what I mean? That's why like I would be posted up in like Italy. And I mean, I know there's paparazzi there too. There's paparazzi everywhere, whatever. But like you'd have to find me, bro. I would not be like in LA. And now that there's like Zoom and phones and shit, I'm like, yo, you got a meeting for me? Call me.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll zoom in, but like I'm not fucking like parading around LA at the beach.
No.
Whatever. Like I'm chilling, man. I might be in like, you'd find me in like backwoods, New Jersey.
I don't want to be chased down. New Jersey. I don't want to be chased down. Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't. No, yeah. I don't know. And that's, Shia LaBeouf, it's the same thing. I mean, he's just, it's really, I can't imagine. I don't think anyone can who's not in, a celebrity.
Yeah.
So
and it's almost sad in a way, because it's like I feel like he so desperately wants out of this life he's found himself in, and
can't.
Being
once you're in,
and I totally relate. Like he strikes me as a guy who's got his own personal issues and demons that he has to work out, and sometimes, most times, that's a lifetime journey of trying to make peace with that and figure out how to heal or just live with your issues. But Shia has to do it with everybody watching him, and it's like if you know, and people have said this before, I'm not the first, but like, you know, imagine if every mistake you ever made was like broadcasted to the entire world and with little context. Like he doesn't get to just like fuck up. It's like, oh my God, Shia LaBeouf got arrested at Mardi Gras. How many other people got arrested? He was talking about how the drunk tank was so full.
Yeah.
You know, so like I do feel for him on some level, and like he talked about at one point, I think it was in the back half, but like he does wish that there was almost like an exiling of people, of like, you know, when the FKA Twigs stuff went down, you know, the interviewer Andrew was like, yeah, like, do you know, how do you feel about all that? He's like, I wish people would just stop paying attention to me. Like, don't fucking, you know, and then like, but like, it's also like you said, once you're in, you're in. And it's like, what else is he gonna do? He can't work at Target.
No.
He can't work at Subway.
No.
He's got to act. And it's good money.
It's good money.
And he's got a kid now.
He talked about what, $8,000 a week?
Yeah, when he was doing Even
start.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Wacky.
$8,000 a week.
Probably, I mean, that's
start.
That's like 300,000.
That's like
over
32 a month.
Yeah,
something like that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, and yeah,
that's rich as hell.
Like once he did those 3 Transformers, you don't ever got to work again if you're smart with your money. How was your Transformers watch?
Oh man, really solid movie. I mean,
solid.
It was a solid movie.
Yeah,
I gave it probably like in a 7.5 out of 10.
My only thing with that is with those movies in general is like the action sometimes just like numbs me out.
Interesting.
It just kind of like starts to become this big mess of like, it sounds like you threw a printer into like a garbage disposal. And there's just explosions and metal all over the screen, I don't know what I'm looking at.
That's all I'm there for, you know, is the action and the effects, and it got nominated.
The effects, the sound design, all of it is like top notch. But like it's I guess it would come down to the directing of like you could zoom out a little bit, Michael.
Of course,
you know, like give me a little more visual context instead of zooming right into Optimus Prime's armpit as he's got Megatron in a headlock, and like it's just I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah, I've heard the second movie is the worst, but
because it happened during the writer's strike.
Oh,
back in the day, and so they had to film it without having like a script finished or even written.
Wow, okay.
So they were like doing a lot of the action scenes, and then once the strike ended, they have to like fill in the gaps between the action and look, it is the worst. And I almost feel like the third one,
Dark of the Moon, I want to watch that one.
That one's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing with it though is it's so long, and it's one of those movies that's like, all right, this should have been done half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like you could cut a lot because like they do a lot with Sam Witwicky's parents. And what you got to do, here's some homework. I want you to watch like pretty much all of them. You got to watch the Mark Wahlberg ones.
Oh yeah,
because
the whole thing.
That shit gets crazy. Okay, Bumblebee's actually a really solid movie.
Oh, okay. But you're talking about the
Mark Wahlberg,
fourth and fifth one.
Yeah, those kind of continue off, whereas Bumblebee feels like an alternate universe, kind of like just
still part
its
of
own thing.
Part of the Bay verse, right?
No, not really, because it doesn't make sense in context of the timeline.
Fair enough.
Because I mean, I guess it could because Bumblebee was there already, and then he sent the call out in the first movie, and then the Autobots came.
A little bit
he was different, but he turns into the Camaro at the end of Bumblebee.
Oh, okay.
So but in the third, it's just really long, and that's the one where it's like I don't know what I'm looking at. You just have like this visual noise going on, and then the fourth and the fifth, like they get into like
Galvatron. I'm excited. I want to. Ooh, man, Galvatron's what?
You're gonna be so disappointed in Galvatron.
Am I?
It's the worst.
Well, okay. All right. I don't want to get. I know you call me a nerd, but
that was a joke.
I know
because you were like, I watched all 3 of the.
Well, I didn't watch
the original.
I just watched the 3 seasons.
I watched the first 3 seasons of the show.
I did. Yeah. That's right. I did.
Yeah.
No, but no. Only the first 3 seasons, and there's a lot of seasons.
Yeah,
mind you. And then there's a movie in between, and then the next season start. Only as Megatron. The rest are Galvatron. Everything in that from then on is just Galvatron.
Okay.
So I don't know why. Like Michael Bay just was like, yeah, Megatron. Cool.
Look,
like
I actually do love like a lot of the character stuff in Transformers. Ironically.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that Sam Witwicky is like such a great character because he's just sweaty and screaming all the time, and he's just always frantic and running around.
Yeah.
And you know what scene in the first movie always still hits to this day is when he's looking for the glasses in his room and the Transformers are outside, and his parents come in and they're like, "Why are you so sweaty? Were you masturbating?"
Yes, dude.
Let's call it Sam's special alone time.
The humor in that movie is peak, I will say.
It actually is a funny
The guy
movie.
who sells the cars.
Bernie Mac. Come on. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Bernie Mac in anything else?
No, I don't think
Missing
so.
out.
I don't know.
Rest in
what
peace
other movies?
to a legend.
What other movies?
One of my all-time favorite movies, I actually still think I have the DVD just in case of an apocalypse, is Soul Men.
Oh, okay.
Him and Samuel L. Jackson as they were like backup singers for a soul group in the 60s. And they have to go on a road trip for a funeral for one of their band members. It's so funny, dude. It's one of my all-time favorite
His
movies.
laugh kills me.
And when his mom, he's like, "That's my mom over there. Shut up, bitch. I'll bust your head with a rock." Like, such a great line, dude.
So good.
So
she
many,
like flips him off.
Yeah, so many great. That's my mammy. You know,
That's my
so
mammy.
many great moments in that whole fucking movie.
It's funny. Yeah.
And people kind of hate on it, but I do think it's a solid watch. The franchise does like decline in quality. I think every movie does kind of get worse. And Mark Wahlberg's another one of those guys that like I like to
Mark
see
Wahlberg?
him.
I like to see him too.
I mean, do you know the story about the old Vietnamese man where he blinded him?
Did he?
He blinded a guy in his teenage years.
Oh man,
and it was like a hate crime.
What?
Yeah, he like I might be talking out of turn, but he like I don't think he like cut his eyes out, but he like did something violent that made this old man go blind.
The hell?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So like he's done some dastardly devious shit.
Yeah.
But it's still like damn, like Pain and Gain. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Like that's my shit right
okay.
there. You know what I mean? Like Marky Mark, I see him, and then he's got that song.
Daddy's
Ted
Home.
fucking sucks. Daddy's Home sucks. Hate that shit. Did you ever hear Good Vibration? Such a good vibration.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That song is a banger. I don't care what anybody says. Like that song fucking slaps. So yeah, like problematic actors, I don't know. I just can't help but like enjoy some of them and their work. And I used to be so like oh no, they did this and I'll never watch anything that they do ever again. And like now that I watch it for free, it's like, okay, not only am I not contributing, but I can kind of just be like, I'm gonna enjoy this movie.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna enjoy Pain and Gain. I'm gonna like Transformers. And you should watch I think it's Honey Boy or something.
Okay.
It's Shia LaBeouf wrote it while he was in rehab.
Okay.
And it's about his upbringing.
Oh wow.
And his dad. And Shia plays his own father.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
his dad was like a psycho abuser, like made him do like all these reps of
Dude.
making him be funny. Like
Oh.
he'd like do scenes with him and then
Yeah.
he'd be like, not funny, do it again. And it'd be like 2 a.m. He's got to shoot in 4 hours. And he's like, nope, you don't got it right. We're going to keep doing it. Like it's a hardcore movie.
Holy shit.
But
Yeah.
Shia also did say like later, he's like, I might have exaggerated a lot of that, you know? So
Oh.
again, it's like, I don't know what direction this guy's coming from, you know?
Well, maybe he's definitely got trauma.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I'm inclined to like take things that people I'll never meet, like what they say at face value a little bit, but
Lots of actors with trauma. I mean,
yeah.
possible.
Serves
not
the
to.
craft.
Yeah, it
you
does.
know, but yeah, with like Shia, he's just had such a fascinating like career. I just watched Fury
Oh yeah.
the other day with Brad Pitt and Shia in it, and like that's such a good
sure.
movie.
That's
Shia
yeah.
kills it
That's a good movie.
in that movie.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing that's so frustrating is I do feel like unlike a guy like Kevin Spacey, I never thought Kevin Spacey was anything special.
No,
You know what I mean? I thought he was very bland.
I get what you mean.
Never like I was never like I gotta see this Kevin Spacey movie. And then when all that shit came out about him, I was like, oh well, okay, cool. I'm not missing any films. But like Shia, I think is like probably one of the greatest actors
Wow.
of all
Holy
time.
cow.
If we're gonna do like
that's a hot take.
I think top 50.
It's a hot take.
I was gonna say top 100, but I would say top 50.
Damn.
Maybe even 25 for me.
Wow.
Maybe even top 10.
Interesting.
Honestly.
Top 10?
I think so. I'm trying to think of like who. Are you kidding me, dude? He crushes every role he gets into. Did you ever see Charlie Countryman?
No.
Nah, man. He's if you watch every Shia LaBeouf movie, which like I might have at this point, like he's an actor that I'm like, oh, he's in this. I'll check it out. Like he just kills it, man. He's just one of those dudes that like he doesn't miss. Oh. You know what I mean? He gets on a set.
I guess I'd have to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Transformers, I don't think really lets him shine the most, but like he does, he kills that. Nobody could have done that movie as good as he did. You know what I mean? You couldn't put anybody else in that role.
True.
Because especially when they switch out for Marky Mark, it's like you lose all of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, I'd love for them to bring him back though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
A Transformers movie with modern day Shia? Are you kidding me?
That'd be interesting.
That'd be crazy.
Him with the stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And who's your favorite Transformer?
Starscream. Well, dude, it's because you haven't seen the originals, so you don't know.
I've seen the originals.
Which
Are you
one?
kidding me?
Which one?
The show.
The 1981.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why'd you call me a
that.
nerd?
Well, because you were like, well, I've also seen, because I was like, oh, you saw Transformers. You're like, yeah, well, I also saw all three. It's like, I didn't ask.
Yeah, he's awesome in Transformers.
I hate those characters.
He's awesome in the Decepticons. None of them.
They're cool Decepticons. And here's my beef with
he's a crafty little fucker.
I always hate those like snake whisperers, like, oh yes, master, yes, oh I love your plane, you're such a genius.
No, but then he betrays him every time.
I know, but it's so obvious.
Yeah.
If I'm Megatron, I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but Megatron's just pissed all the time, and I love that. Yeah.
My favorite Transformer, thanks for asking, is Optimus Prime.
I didn't ask. No, I'm just kidding.
The goated Transformer, but
of course
he's a bit of a weenie.
Yeah.
And here's my one thing with Transformers, and it's been a long time since I've seen the show, so maybe you can explain why. How come none of the Autobots fly?
They nerf the good guys. Yeah.
You know,
that's the point.
I just am like,
but you know what's funny?
One of you.
You know Megatron. You know what he turns into in the original, right?
A gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny as fuck.
It is very funny.
It's so funny, and then he turns into the tank,
and then
the jet. I do love the Michael Bay like alien jet that Megatron turns into. It's so cool.
It's to nerf them. I mean, it's to keep it's to make the bad guys look more menacing and like, oh my god,
but they should. There needs to be like a in-story reason, like, oh, it's like against the law to fly, or like, ooh,
they're called Autobots.
But you know what I mean.
Decepticons, I don't know why, but
because they're deceiving. You know, but them being Autobots, I think like is just a little too on the nose, because it's like I would be at the meetings, right? Like it's like we finish a fight.
Stop lubricating the man. Sorry,
I'd be at the meeting and I'd be like, all right, guys, who's gonna be a plane? Which one? Who's turning into a plane? I'll do it, but like you're a fucking Fiat, you're a truck, you're a Camaro.
Yeah,
they've got 5 planes.
They've got planes.
They've got jets.
They got a tank.
There's that one in the first movie where he's like skating down the freeway and like blowing cars up. Like that was sick.
Barricade's a car.
He's a cop car.
Yeah,
so
I guess so.
Doesn't count.
No, that
doesn't count. Fuck the police. No, I'm like, I just would be like, guys, like let's start thinking with phonics here a little bit. They can fly, and we have to drive everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Let's just think about that for 2 seconds and about how illogical that is.
I love how Megatron is like bigger than even Optimus.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, I like Megatron's design. Yeah, I think it's in. I think it's either in the 3rd or the 4th one, but Megatron ends up like living out in the desert with like all these other Decepticons, and they've got like little robots there, and cool. Megatron's wearing like a cloak and he's got a shotgun, and they're just like all fucking insane. Like Megatron's like, yeah, we'll fucking kill Optimus, and like he's like eating like shit off the ground or whatever.
Jesus
like I don't know.
That's funny.
You know, but it's like
is that when he becomes Galvatron or
bizarre? No, I think he's Galvatron on like the 5th.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and the way that they do it, this is why I want you to watch it. The way that they do it is so lame. It's so
It's
stupid.
supposed to be this huge thing.
Would you believe me if I told you that at one point, I think it's in the fourth movie, they introduce an element called transformium?
No. Or yeah, I believe you. But what
It's like
what
the
is
humans
that?
are like we figured out how they transform, and it's because
Yeah.
of this element called transformium.
What?
And we have it, so we can make a Beats pill or an iPhone or a TV or whatever, and
Oh
like
my
they
God.
they like harness the power of the Transformers. And it's like that Avatar shit when
Yeah.
it was like unobtainium.
Dude, oh my God. Unobtainium is so diabolical.
But see
yeah.
what I mean? This is why like I think like we can do movies too, because if
Yeah.
James Cameron can get away with unobtainium,
Yeah.
like
Well,
everything's-
and the reason is because he's already established. You can do whatever the hell you want.
but still,
Yeah, I know.
Titanic
Yeah.
wasn't a good movie.
No, that's
You know,
that's
and I
right.
know that might be a
Titanic.
controversial
You're saying?
take.
You said Titanic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I've seen it a couple times. I think the first time I did cry a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, this bitch really threw the heart of the ocean into the ocean.
I know.
If I was like her kid or her grandkid, I would push her off the boat myself. Are you kidding me, Grandma? Like that could have paid for my kid's college fund. And you just threw it away because of some dick you got for a night.
Right.
For a night. He wasn't the
know.
love of your life. You knew this dude for a night.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like,
But yeah,
infuriating.
the writing in certain movies that people say are good is just don't even get me started on 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's not even a writing issue for me.
I've never seen it.
That's an editing issue in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How come?
Talk about taking your sweet ass time. Like just okay, you might vibe with it, you might not.
Yeah.
First like 5 minutes of the movie is just like black and stars.
Is there talking?
Next 20 minutes,
Is there-
monkeys, which is funny and cool, but there's no nothing.
Say less.
It's just them just jumping around doing nothing.
That's all I need.
And then there's an
man.
obelisk, and then it cuts
Yeah.
to a ship, and it's just passive dialogue the rest of the movie. And then there's like a 10-minute sequence. You think the ship's gonna land? Nope. Still going. Still going. Oh, okay. There's something's opening up. Oh, they're still going down. It's like, oh my God.
All right, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should check it
this
out.
week
And it's like almost 3 hours long.
oof.
Yeah, it's bad.
Very rarely. You know what? I watched The Irishman for the first time recently because I just kind of wanted to see what the hype was about, and I'm big on De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a long movie. I think it's like 3.5 hours, maybe closer to 4.
Wow.
That movie actually like deserved its runtime. Whereas like when I saw the Batman,
Yeah.
nah, dude, I don't need 3 hours of that.
No, the Batman.
You know,
The Batman's all right.
I mean,
I liked
look,
it.
I famously, like all my homies know that I don't fuck with Batman.
Wow.
But the Batman with Pattinson is, I think, like the best iteration
Yeah.
aside from the absolute Batman. I don't know if you ever got into that.
I remember you telling me about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't like Dark Knight?
No.
What?
No, actually.
Did that? Okay.
I love Christian Bale.
I like it more than the Batman.
I love Christian Bale, but I just feel like Batman as a character outside of Pattinson and Absolute, Batman is the fucking worst. I think Batman is
Shit.
easily one of like the worst
All right, you know what?
superheroes of all time.
I will say this: comments. Fuck you for attacking this guy right here, but attack him
Yeah.
for Batman. His Batman take.
I'll take the Batman
Yeah,
slander, but
attack
can
him for
I-
that. That
but can
only
I-
that.
Can I say why?
Yeah, go for it.
I think that, and it's not the usual shit of like, well, Bruce Wayne's a billionaire, so
Yeah.
he can just spend money to fix Gotham. It's not just
Yeah.
that. It's that like he's just boring.
Yeah.
I get it.
Wow.
You're the world's greatest detective, and you've got all these nice little toys.
I don't watch Dark Knight for Batman. I don't watch it for Christian Bale.
What do you watch it for?
For Heath Ledger.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were talking about the whole series.
No, just the series I love.
Heath Ledger's
but-
great in it. I think the first and the last movie are like awful.
Oh God, you can't say that about. Oh, I love the whole trilogy, but yeah, the second one's the best. But
Yeah.
dude,
No.
the third one with Bane is
No.
awesome.
No, I don't know
Awesome.
what they were thinking.
How long has it been since you've seen it?
It's been a minute.
Okay, yeah. Well, you gotta rewatch them because
But-
I've watched Batman Returns. Sorry, Batman
Yeah,
Begins.
yeah.
a lot as well. And that's like also a great one. It has Liam Neeson in it.
Doesn't do it for me. Can I
Wow.
kind of tell you why? Because I have a bit of a bias.
Sorry, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man is
great.
the single greatest character in fictional media ever created.
Okay.
The single GOAT.
All right.
He's not even number one. He transcends the list.
All right.
Spider-Man is the GOAT. And when I grew up reading Spider-Man comics, watching the animated series, watching the Sam Raimi movies, Spider-Man's the GOAT. Spider-Man does what nobody else does, which is suffer. And he just gets shit on. But you know what he keeps doing? He keeps doing his best.
Yeah.
He goes out there, he saves people, he fights crime, and he does it at a sacrifice to every aspect of his life. It's not just like Batman where it's like, oh, I got hurt. But he doesn't
kill. He's got moral code, Batman. That's the whole thing.
Spider-Man doesn't kill?
Yes, he does. He's killed. If you watch all the movies, he's killed Green Goblin.
Green Goblin killed himself.
Okay, technically, yes.
Green Goblin killed himself.
Yes.
Topher Grace.
Yes.
Also
Dr.
killed
Octopus.
Himself. Dr. Octopus killed himself.
Well, yes.
He sacrificed himself because he stopped being controlled by the chip and he jumped into the water with the sun, and then Topher Grace jumped into the pipes with the symbiote. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Peter Parker was just trying to kill the symbiote.
Okay,
and it's just like how in Zack Snyder, in like Batman v Superman and shit, Batman's using guns and killing people. Like, he literally blows up up like 3 cars.
That shit.
It counts.
I don't count that. Batman v Superman, fuck that movie.
I'm just saying, though, that like in the same way that you're saying like Spider-Man kills, it's like that you can say killed. Batman has killed.
Yeah. When?
Yeah.
When?
He's
never killed Joker. Killed Scarecrow.
Okay.
Never killed.
Let's talk about that.
Riddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're not going to kill the Joker. Are you fucking kidding me? Why?
The moral code.
Once the Joker breaks out, like for the 20th time, I'm like, all right, man. Alfred, bring me the Glock.
Have you played the video games? Or at least seen any?
I tried playing, I think it's Arkham Knight or whatever the one is in the big city.
Yes.
Ass. Oh. Shit game.
You know, Joker poisons himself and forces Batman to, Batman
gets like the illusion of the Joker and he's like resisting the poison.
Yes. But he does let him die in the previous game.
But again, he doesn't kill him.
No, yeah.
And I feel like because like with Spider-Man, right? His villains stay away for a while before they break out, and they only break out a handful of times. Yeah, Batman's like, oh, I beat the Joker. He's in Arkham Asylum, and then what happens the next day? Joker escapes, and all of Arkham Asylum escaped, and it's like, wow, Bruce, I really don't think you're doing what you think you're doing out here. No, I know. And then also, he's like beating up just regular people, sending them to the hospital, making it so they can't get a regular job. Like, bro, you run Wayne Enterprises. Hire some people, dude. Make a work program.
He had Robin.
That's even worse, dude. Robin, don't even get me started on the Robins,
Boy Wonder.
Look, like, if I was Bruce's homie, how are we doing on time?
Oh, we're good.
Okay. Okay. If I was like, and also Bruce has no friends, but if he did have a friend and I was his friend and he was like, yeah, so I was at the circus the other day and you won't believe it, but everybody died except for this 12-year-old boy and I adopted him and we're fighting crime together. I'd be like, I'm calling social services, Bruce. That's fucking ridiculous. How is that help? How is that good?
Yeah,
how is that good?
I love Spider-Man, I will say, because I am convinced that Spider-Man pulls his punches every time.
Oh yeah,
he's the strongest hero ever.
Yeah,
like he really is.
Yeah,
even stronger than Hulk.
Yeah,
and and I'm convinced about that because like with one punch he could kill.
Oh, easy.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not like, he's even stronger than Superman. If he went up against Superman, he'd kill him. I'm not
love
kidding.
That take. I disagree.
Yeah, that I will say.
Even though, because Superman is like Goku.
Yeah.
Where Goku would kill Superman.
Right.
That's my belief. But Superman is just borderline omnipotent, like all-powerful kind of shit, where like, it's kind of ridiculous to a point of like, all right, I get it. He can stop a speeding bullet and he's impervious and whatever. And he never like grows into his power. He's just powerful the whole time. Whereas I feel like Spider-Man has a lot of room to grow and evolve. And like he just has the coolest. Spider-Man's just the coolest. Oh, okay. Here's something though that I do have a beef with Spider-Man about. The suit.
You don't like
the suit's iconic.
Yeah.
But if I'm Spider-Man, like okay, I've got these powers. I made the web shooters, and I'm gonna be running around New York fighting crime.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a fucking onesie, bro. I'm
I know.
getting some sweats and like a long sleeve shirt and some gloves, like kind of like the homemade suits like you see in like
the one in the first movie at the beginning,
kind of like that, or like the Tom Holland one. Not the Andrew Garfield one. That one's terrible. No. But I just feel like, dog, like you gotta stink. You got swamp ass. You can't like grab a quick stick of deodorant. Like you're just. I understand why he does it because he's a symbol, and it's like it is iconic. Like his suit is the best superhero outfit
very cool
of all time, I would say. But it doesn't make sense to me, and it's also like. There have been iterations of Spider-Man in certain runs where he's put on like armor. Yeah. He's like worn stuff like the Mark III armor. I forget what exactly run it's from, but it's got this like sick look. We'll have to find it and pop it in, but
for sure.
That was like the coolest Spider-Man look in my opinion. And I'm like,
you mean like the what are you talking? The spider,
not the disco ball one.
No, I know what you're. I think I know what you're talking.
Not the Iron Spider. Not the Iron Spider.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. This one. Look at this shit.
Oh,
look at how fucking cool that looks.
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
The shoulder pads, the helmet. Like, cool. This one makes sense on a tactical level.
That is cool.
You know? And I'm like, yeah, if I'm Spider-Man, I'm not trying to like...
MK3 suit? Is that what he calls it? Okay, MK3.
Like, I think it's Mark III.
Mark III.
But like, yeah, I'm, and I understand that he's like acrobatic. He's got to be flexible and limber. But like, bro, like, just put on some sweats, man. Like, you know, wear some shorts. And it's like, you're in New York, bro. It gets hot. It gets cold. True. Like, if I'm in the summer, bro, you're gonna see me in like a tank top and shorts, man, swinging through the city. Like,
maybe a mask. But nothing.
Well, yeah, a mask for sure. But like, it's like, oh, Spider-Man's a white guy. What a surprise! Like, you know what I mean? Well, I wonder what white guy in New York City he could be. Like, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah, I just that's kind of my thing about Batman is I just feel like he isn't as because Spider-Man. He does send people to the hospital. Yeah. But he's able to be there in an instant where like he's got the police scanner shit and whatever, and he can be like, oh, there's a break-in happening a mile away. I'm there. Yeah. Batman, what's he gonna do? Fucking run?
Well, he's got his Batmobile.
Okay, so you're gonna like drive through the streets and run some people over and crash into a bunch of cars. The Batmobile is so fucking stupid.
He does have his grappling hooks too and all
which
that.
Also doesn't work because Batman's a human being. You can't land from like a 4-story fall on your feet and not break your fucking kneecaps.
I know.
That's the thing about Batman. Why he sucks is like
but it's also cool because he's a guy. He's a man. He doesn't have powers. He doesn't. I like that stuff.
But he's not effective. I don't think Batman's effective. I think he's. I think you know, and it's the old adage of like, yeah, he's just working through his trauma in like a stupid way. But I truly believe that like he just is like not good at his job. And like if I was in the Justice League, I would be like, do we really can he just be like the financier?
Where do we get this man?
Do we need him? I mean, what are is Batman like top of the list for you?
Yeah, he's top 3 for me.
Top 3. Who are the other 2?
Spider-Man, Batman, and I don't really know if one of my favorite. I had to think about that one. I'd have to think.
Daredevil's up there for me for sure.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
But dude, you never saw the show? Oh, dude, no. The first like season of the Netflix Daredevil show. Yeah. Peak.
Okay.
All time Yellow Jackets level.
Maybe Flash. I don't know. I have to think on that.
Flash, get the fuck out of here.
Flash is cool.
No, he's not. He runs fast. He's got the speed force.
I don't know. I'd have to think. I don't know.
You know, there's so many other people like Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine's
cool.
good,
I'm not
yeah.
even talking about the movies.
Deadpool's
like
cool.
the comics. Oh, dude. I mean, did you ever read New Mutants?
No.
Oh, dude, it's like the X-Men, like 100 years in the future. They got all kinds of people. There's a character called Warlock.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like a electronic machine alien organism thing. That's just like this fucking crazy looking thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of heroes I like a lot more than Batman. He's
I like Batman.
Pretty lonely. And but like, look, if we're talking Batman Beyond, Batman Beyond is sick.
Batman Beyond's sick.
Yeah, but
I used to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, that was a good. Sure. That was a good show.
But yeah, so. And the villains are great. But anyway, so back, because we do have to end this here soon, but I know we didn't really get to Muse.
Oh, yeah.
But that's fine.
Are we going to do that?
Should we do that now?
I mean, we can. What did you want to What did you want to talk about? What's the time at? I want to
Hour 4. Hour 5 now.
Fine. We've done hour 13.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, what do we... Well, okay, so there are new, albums coming out?
They're teasing it. I mean, we have a series in mind that's sort of like... It's not solely based on Muse, but the first iteration of it will be Muse related. But kind of hopefully we'll get a concrete date for it soon. But yeah, we should probably get started on doing that series so we're not totally behind. But yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's something that I grew up with. For context, I mean, we both did. And it was my high school jam. And I still like a lot of Muse songs, although what overtook that for me was like the older music that I also grew up with beforehand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really listen to them as much anymore because I'm more into like just the classic rock and the 70s, 80s, 90s stuff. Some 60s I'm trying to get into more now. But yeah, Muse is good. I mean, I know there's a lot of songs you don't like. And there's a lot of songs. There's some songs I don't like either.
Yeah.
But
like one that comes to mind that I love, and I guess this can just be a brief, like, sneak peek at kind of the series. But I love like the song Madness.
Yeah, Madness.
I think Madness is like a fucking jam, and it's like one of their best. I love when they do poppy shit. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think my favorite Muse song of all time, Undisclosed Desires.
That's a great one.
Like that one's just cool.
That is cool
and sexy.
It's cool.
Starlight is a Muse song that I think is actually really terrible.
Okay, wow.
I think it's just one of those songs that, like, it was cool at the time. It got overplayed and stale, and like when I go back and listen to it now, it does bring back a certain nostalgic emotion. Yeah, but it's also kind of just a boring.
Yeah, the first one that got me into Muse, like the first song I ever listened to. I think I told you this. Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh yeah. Stockholm Syndrome's a banger.
Great song.
Yeah,
and that's what got me into them. So
Yeah. What do you think is like the worst Muse song that comes to mind? So many songs just came into my head.
Yeah. Oh, for me, not a lot. I don't really have much. I'm trying to think. There's
Big Freeze, Explorers.
I like Big Freeze and Explorers. I don't know. I'm not.
So much of like Absolution, Origin of Symmetry. A lot of Absolute.
Yes.
Ass.
Yes, all of that.
Terrible.
Maybe I can't think of one because
like a bad
I'm thinking
Muse song.
Of Space Dementia.
All of Will of the People, pretty much.
Oh yeah, Will of the People.
Yeah,
a lot of the Will of the People stuff I'm not a fan of.
Yeah,
it's like the song Will of the People's good.
No, it's not.
It's okay.
It's fucking truck commercial music.
Shoot, what was the? Oh my god, I think it was one of their singles. I'm pretty sure.
From that album? Killer Be Killed.
I'm growing stronger. Won't stand down.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's okay.
I don't know. I love when they do these like big electronic things, and then they kind of. I feel like the choruses or the verses.
Thought Contagion. I don't care.
Thought Contagion.
I do not care for
it.
Thought Contagion.
What are you
doesn't suck.
Contagion?
Thought Contagion. Contagion. Whatever.
Yeah, you're adding the N.
Contagion. Whatever. I don't care for it.
That's actually one of the songs that I think
like
is
that
good.
Though. Thought Contagion.
Contagion.
Why does
That's
he say
the
like
word.
that?
Because he's singing. He's saying Thought Contagion.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to it in the show.
Yeah, I don't care for that song. Dig Down's
Dig Down is one of their better cuts. You know what I mean? Don't get me started on the acoustic version, but like that whole Simulation Theory album, there's some bad songs, and there's songs like a song like Propaganda that
that one's okay.
are cool, but then the chorus kind of ruins it, you know, or like Something Human, like there's stuff in it that's cool, but then there's just a turn at a point in the song, and like, don't even get me started on Pressure. We've talked about Pressure before, but that's one of those songs that I'm like,
I don't give a shit.
How did you write that song? How as a band do you make that? You listen back and you're like, that's a single.
It's great. It has brass. It has.
Oh my God! Look,
whatever.
When we're coming from a band that on the Resistance wrote "United States of Eurasia," which is probably one of my like top 100 songs, if not top 50, top 20. United States of Eurasia is a banger.
Yeah, that's a good song.
And you know, that's that whole record where they use the brass. The Resistance is probably their last solid listenable album. And there's so many cool ideas on it, whereas like
Drones is also great.
Oh no,
and
there's
forget
so
that
much shit on Drones,
like
dude.
What?
So many bad songs. Well, here's a good example. I can't name most of the songs on that album.
Wow.
I can tell you, like, Dead Inside is a great song. Psycho is fucking shit.
Psycho's pretty good.
No. Mercy.
Defector.
Mercy is one of those flips where the chorus is great, but the verses are awful.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
What's the Handler is a pretty good one.
Handler. Yeah. Okay.
Defector kind of whack. Revolt
Revolt.
Is fun. I don't hate it.
I like
but
the change in beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
But Defector,
Reapers like it suffers a little bit from
what, dude? It's just got awesome solos. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, they're just a little like. Come on, man!
They go crazy with that guitar.
Something new. I need a rap verse or something.
A rap.
You know, musical trap. I am excited for this next record though. Like that song "Unraveling" that they put out is actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
I've heard worse from them. And "Unraveling," if that's especially now that Matt's playing around with the 7-string, I feel like, all right, let's see what you got. But I'm not a simpleton where you can just like throw a breakdown into your song and I'm like, oh, it's so heavy, like you know, you gotta make it actually good and interesting.
So there's a
little Muse talk.
There's the tease
we'll get it started soon, but
next time or something.
Yeah.
We'll get into all the songs and then lead up to the album.
Cool. All right, good episode.
Well, no food for thought this episode. But
thanks for. Oh man, I had a whole thing about tacos.
Shit.
Or I'll save it for next week.
Next time. That's fine.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace out. Like and subscribe. Leave a nice comment.
We're past.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Double digits.
Yeah. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.